So, big question on the internet at the moment in the new season of Invincible. Well, just finished season of Invincible. Who would win between the Saiyans and the Viltrumites?
Ooh.
Because to me, I think they're very similar, but in my mind, they sort of diverge in two very sort of separate ways. Because I think out of the matchup between Saiyans and Viltrumites, I do think that would be quite a tough one to call.
It kind of depends on which Saiyans we're talking about, really. Because I feel like your average Saiyan, they probably kill no problem. Because the thing is that obviously Saiyans are obviously very powerful, but they don't have some advantages that Viltrumites do, like being able to breathe in space, which I think is the key one. Because it's just like, especially just a case of just grab you, lift you past the stratosphere. There you go, bye. You're done.
Then again, though, with Saiyans have got energy blasting.
Well, that is the other thing, isn't it? But I feel like they would probably win up until you get to about Saiyan Saga, Vegeta, and Goku, because Vegeta could easily just like fucking blow up a planet at that point. And once you get to like Planet Buster level, I feel like that's it. Viltrumites don't win. Viltrumites don't win that.
Yeah. I feel like because with Viltrumite, you've got a standard level of power, haven't you? They're all kind of like very level, and then you get the few odd ones that are like superior and a lot more tough.
Yeah, well, it's like I think Thragg seems to be obviously really a lot stronger than your average Viltrumite.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into later in this episode. But to me, I know this will sound daft, but it's like, I think Lazy, one of you might have just mentioned it then. I feel like the Viltrumites stay at one level. And I think because they're very... It's funny because both Saiyans and Viltrumites are very sort of ego-driven. And they have a superiority complex. But I feel like the Viltrumites are born of a certain level and they do not go anywhere beyond that. I don't think apart from seeing Mark get a bit stronger, you always see the Saiyans adapt, and it's the fact that like Saiyans, once they get killed, they come back stronger. And I think that would go against the Viltrumite.
I think with Viltrumites, it's more of it's a kind of state of mind. It's a sort of discipline.
Yeah.
Is it? Because it's like Mark could arguably be as strong as his father, or perhaps even stronger, but because he's just sort of because he's sort of untrained and undisciplined.
Mark is Gohan.
Yeah, basically,
Mark is Gohan.
Because this is why this is why you get a lot of people sort of complaining about the power scaling in Invincible, because you get sometimes where it's like Nolan's fucking like wrecked civilization just by fucking flying through it, but then and then another episode he's getting kicked around by a bunch of creatures or something, like he's like struggling to fight a tentacle monster or something like
that. To me, it's the equivalent of like, he can bench press Mount Everest, but then a mosquito knocks him on his ass.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to do that sometimes. They're going to do that power scaling, kind of like just to be like, look, they're not completely omnipotent. I mean, they do have troubles like every other fighter out there, but
I would put it more like to describe it as more like levels in Pokemon. I feel like the Viltrumites start at level 40 and 50, but they can get stronger. I haven't seen what I've seen through the comics. They can get stronger. It takes longer. So it'd be like, they've hit level 40, but the trade-off is like them gathering XP takes a lot longer than anybody else.
Not many of the Viltrumites get the 6 gym leader badge in order to go further on.
Whereas the Saiyans are more like they start out at like level 20, but they do have a normal XP rate. As long as they keep on top of it, I think they can take on the Viltrumite.
Yeah.
But the problem with both of them as a species is the flaws of both of them is complacency. There is no tougher dog than me. Everyone is my bottom. I don't need to try any harder.
I think for me though, because and I'll probably be seen as a DBZ glazer, but I think the Saiyans are winning this because I will get into this when we do talk about Invincible, but I'm sorry, the Viltrumites are some of the most pathetic races I've seen, and it comes down to their ego, and it's because, like you said, because they have such complacency of like we are the shit. They can't conceive of anything being better than themselves. Whereas when you think of Saiyans do have that, but fuck me, do they get a throbbing hard on at the thought that someone might beat them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Saiyans relish a challenge, while Viltrumites will just stomp it out before it ever gets the chance. You know, but Thragg would never let Cell absorb Android 18.
Yeah.
No. So what we saying, guys? Because I'm saying Saiyans, to be honest.
It's hard. I think it comes down to the users as well. Like Mrs. Zora said, like some Saiyans have got a wider range of scope as well. So some will be quite low, and then some will be very tough. It all depends on their discipline, doesn't it, in training? But
yeah,
I think with the added fact that, like, say for example, Goku, Vegeta, Broly, they've got a lot more techniques and they've got a lot more training in like martial arts and everything like that. And then they also have the ki and their energy. I feel like that gives them a bit more of the edge.
I was confused then when you said ki because I forgot about the ki energy. I thought you meant like what ki? Like they've got Eren Yeager's key to the basement. How are they gonna win?
Yeah, literally the only technique.
I'm over here thinking simple and clean, and the power of friendship in my power.
I think literally the only technique the Viltrumites have is that hand chop, which, granted, it's devastating and works every fucking time, but still.
There is a lot more brutality for the Viltrumites, isn't it? But yeah.
They just like to aggressively penetrate people.
I'm going to go down with, it's going to be Viltrumites would win up until the last few Saiyans realize it's a threat and realize, oh hey, no, this is serious. Then they'd pick up and start kicking and then destroy the rest of the Viltrumites. Because again, when the Viltrumites finally go like, oh wait, no, this is a threat, there's nothing they can do. They can't build up the momentum to get stronger. And the Saiyans would just be like, shredded.
Yeah. I mean, they have seemed to have been sort of so it's like obviously is it Space Racer or something his name is with his fucking laser gun. So it's like they must be weak to some sort of like energy weapon, but I argue a death beam could probably do the same effect.
The weakness to pew pews.
Yeah. So I think they can beat most lower class Saiyans, but I think once you get to like Super Saiyan Saga, Vegeta and upwards, they ain't winning.
Yeah.
They're struggling, and then you hit Margin Saga, and it's like, no.
Oh no, they get crossed as soon as you get to Frieza Saga. Let's be honest.
But it depends on the user, doesn't it? Because again, like if there was like Kid Trunks and Kid Goten, I don't think they'd survive. I think they would be killed.
Yeah, but I think in their case, the problem with them is that, as we've seen, is like they're very powerful, but again, it's like they're untrained.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah,
it comes down to like the training and discipline and everything. They've not got a lot of experience, have they? At that age, when they're young. Oh no, when they're young.
Yeah, Trunks would hold out even as a young one because he's been, father-son bonding time.
I think they do love a fight, don't they? But there isn't kind of like that same pride where they're like, well, let's keep them alive because I want to fight them all the time. They're more like, I'm going to kill you, like to prove to you that I'm the stronger one.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, even in life or death situations, they don't treat fighting as something as life or death situation. They treat it as a game, and that's why they lose. It's like I can argue that they could have beaten Majin Buu. Once they had the ability to fuse and obviously not Super Saiyan 3, they could have easily beaten him, but they didn't because they fucked about.
I think Goku says, I don't know if it's in the manga, but he does say like I could have beat you back then, but I didn't because I need to try and make sure my sons and the next generation can take care and save the Earth.
Yeah.
Hang on. Also, the other thing on the Saiyan side is the fact that they have more frames per hour, more frames per minute than Invincible does.
I think you got to measure Invincible at frames per hour, unless frames per second.
Yeah, I think I think they did like going off PG scale, like PNG scale. I think I think Saiyans have got this one.
Yeah, I think with the Super Saiyan and also the techniques, like all the special techniques they've got, like they've got a lot more wider range of abilities and trump cards they can use against them. So
like
yeah,
was it
definitely.
Saiyans have so much in their bag. Like I've got like 30 odd transformations just in this just in my knapsack.
They've
whereas
got what brute strength, flying, and can hold the breath in space for a long time.
Millions of transformations, death beams, flying, and the Viltrumites have totalitarianism. That's it.
I mean, let's be honest. I feel like Krillin could take one of them down with a destructo disc if he could actually hit anything with the damn thing.
Yeah,
well,
but
that's funny because that's another question, because I saw that on the internet that people were saying like Krillin could body Viltrumites like dead easy, which I kind of see where someone's trying to go with that, but I don't think Krillin would do as well, because I'm sorry, Krillin can't even measure up to Goku and the rest of them. Like, I think even the weakest Viltrumite, I don't think Krillin would be able to.
No. I think we don't give him enough credit. I mean, he is the strongest human.
Oh yeah, but...
I think just with the destructo disc, but it has to be lucky, doesn't it? They have to be lucky.
Yeah,
to like...
he has to catch him off guard with it.
Catch him with your teeth.
Yeah. I mean, he did almost kill Nappa with it. It's like, if it wasn't for Vegeta saying "Duck, you fucking idiot,"
oh yeah,
he would have got him with it.
Duck, you bald bastard.
I mean, the only time it didn't work is when he got up to like Cell. Remember, it's like hits Cell with it, doesn't it? It's like, no, it just doesn't fucking do anything.
No,
so it's not like completely infallible, but still, like, unless the Viltrumites are as like tough as Cell, which I severely doubt they are. That destructive disc is cutting them in half. But then again, it didn't seem like cutting them in half seems to do much either.
No.
Really, it's like unless you basically decapitate them, that's it.
And with that out of the way, hello everybody, welcome to episode 7 of our podcast, the podcast where we talk about life, gaming, geeking, and anime, apparently. So, how is everybody?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah.
How are you?
I am... I'll second that. I am dying slowly. I have somehow caught the plague, and I have not been very well this week at all. So I do apologise if my voice sounds crap or you hear me hacking up a lung during this.
As the most nasally talking person here, if they're listening so far and dealing with this voice, you're fine.
We today we do have a few. Well, I was going to say we do have a few things to talk about, but because the winter season's over, we've run out of fucking, ironically, anime to talk about. But on the docket today, we will be talking about Invincible, Daemons of the Shadow Realm, and Rooster Fighter. It doesn't seem like a lot of shows, but considering that we are like oodles of episodes behind, we'll have quite a lot to talk about. And we've also got some other little news things to talk about. And I think because of like our discussion at the beginning of this podcast, maybe we should talk about Dragonball Battle Hour.
Yeah, what do you mean by this battle hour? Is it something else from what you shared that I've missed?
Oh yeah. So every year they do like a little event in LA where it's mostly just like tournaments, like tournaments, like kind of like the Pokemon World Championships, where they have like tournaments for like Dragon Ball Fighters, the card games, the mobile games, yada yada yada. But then they always do announcements and stuff this year. So we got another trailer for Dragon Ball Super Beerus, which honestly, there's very little to say about it.
Yeah, because to be fair, when it started, we got the trailer for Super Beerus. They talked a bit more, and then we got the trailer for Super Beerus.
Yeah, they decided
to show. They talked a bit more, and then we finally got a new trailer for Super Beerus.
So they remade the trailer.
Well, they showed the first trailer. They showed Battle Away back in January. Talked for a bit. Showed a new trailer, and then showed another one, and then showed another one. Which it's weird because they did this whole teaser for Resurrection F as part of it, which I'm thinking it's just like this anime is about a decade old now. We fucking know. He's like,
Yeah.
what are you teasing?
I just look like I said. I just love the idea that they've shown the Dragon Ball Beerus trailer 3 times, almost as like almost ironically like you've seen it 3 times.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's been remade 3 times.
Well, I said because they showed the new trailer, talked about it a little bit, and then said, "Oh, let's see it again." And I'm just like, really, really? You're stretching out your time here.
I think we said this on the very first, like on the very first episode of this podcast, but like I am so completely unhyped for this. Like I could not be bothered. There is so little shit I give about watching Beerus again.
Yeah.
So I want to be interested in it, but it's less. I mean, it's less that I'm interested about this specific arc, and more about.
I genuinely thought Mizu were going to say, "I want to be interested," but the problem is, I'm alive and living.
No, it's just because the thing is that this isn't obviously the first time we've had this sort of redone. Obviously, we had the original film, which then also had an extended cut, and then we've had the anime. And then we had like it's been covered to death, even though it isn't that old. So. I'm not particularly bothered about. So I'm not actually bothered like this and the Resurrection F art. I'm not that bothered about. I mean, it'd just be nice to actually see them not in shit quality like they were in the anime. But then again, I could just fucking pull out my DVD of each one and go fucking watch it that way. Yeah. I mean, like animation quality, it does look better. It's not like not to be that excited about. It doesn't look like like the movie quality. It probably looks about the same as like Daimons level, I'd say. And,
but it's nothing new.
It's not Broly level. Broly movie level. What the fuck's the point?
They have
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have made a point to like say, "Oh, we're going to sort of try and have a bit more of the sort of unified vision of it." So basically, we'll try and mix all the manga stuff into it. But until we actually get further on in it, there's not really going to be much. So for this and like Resurrection, there's not going to be that much change. I don't think it's not until we get to like probably at least the Universal 6 tournament that there's actually going to be that much of a difference. But I'm just more interested
when our bloody clock in is when when the like the animation style actually bloody changes.
Yeah,
and it's not these shiny plexiglass fucking characters bouncing around.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be interested to see what the Black arc is like, because obviously I feel like that is like one of my favorite arcs in Super. It is the most problematic.
Doing it all the way from the beginning and continuing through. I thought it was just going to be.
No. Well, they've obviously only confirmed Beerus and Resurrection F, but the sort of general idea is that they are going to do it all over again, and once they do that, then they'll lead into doing the Galactic Patrol.
Do you reckon they'll keep the same mistake that they put in the first time of the Goku Black hack?
No, they have to keep that line. It's just so fucking funny.
I'm gonna die at that every time.
But what else did they reveal in this battle?
So that was kind of it for the anime. I'm kind of disappointed there wasn't anything more about Galactic Patrol, really, because that's the one I'm obviously most interested in.
Yeah, but we're not getting that till next year anyway. That's like way down the road, ridiculously down the road.
Yeah, but something more about it would have been good.
You'd have got my interest if you'd have gone, right, we're redoing Beerus, but it's all from start to finish up until we get to Morrow or wherever we're going to, like Granola or whatever. It's all going to be done in Shintani style.
If it was done in Shintani style, it'd be much more worth it. But it just seems to be the same sort of bog-standard animation that it's had. I mean, it's unfortunate because I feel like Toei just seem to be investing all their money into One Piece, which, granted, it's the biggest thing, yada yada yada. But it's like, come on, give Dragon Ball some fucking love, please.
As much as I like One Piece, and I can understand piling all your buckets and buckets of cash into One Piece, I still kind of think like, well, Dragon Ball is quite a big money maker, especially in the West. Like maybe put a bit more time into it, but I'm not in charge, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But what else was revealed on Battle Hour?
Yeah. Let's see. We've definitely got a lot on the video game side of thing, which I feel like is doing a lot of the heavy lifting with Dragon Ball lately. So obviously we had Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku the release date and like trailer for it for Fighters.
Which is so weird. It's so weird, like, because I don't think anybody's talked about Fighters in bloody years, and then all of a sudden, hey, guess what?
I mean, it's obviously still had a massive, fan base. I mean, I think it's still probably arguably the most popular anime fighting game because it's one of the only ones that is a proper fighting game.
Yeah.
Not just like an arena fighter or something like that.
It gives me flashback to One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. All the DLC came out, and then there was nothing for over a year, and then suddenly, here more DLC. Like, where the fuck were you?
Yeah.
Oh, you were dead.
I mean, I wish we actually kind of knew what the kind of plan with it is because they keep doing this because they had it for a while where they finished the original like 3 season passes and then there was nothing for ages and it's like, oh, here's Android 21 like base form. It's like, oh, okay, is there more? No. And then we've had like again, it's been years and then all of a sudden it's like, oh hey yeah, here's Goku. It's like, cool. Are we getting more?
Nope.
No. It's like 'cause I was convinced like, oh, because we've Superhero and Daima having been and gone, like, if you're gonna do a new season pass or something, like have like Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, the Gammas, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, anything like that. It's like now would be the time, but no.
No. We also need the inside joke that we call Pissalo.
Yeah. I don't get why it's been quiet for so long. You just suddenly roll out this random one character, and also that you have to pay for because I thought it was for free.
No.
Which I was really bloody annoyed at, and then it's like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, probably see you in another 10 years.
Yeah. I think it's because now, obviously, with everything, even more so than it's games and production and how long it takes for all these things to be done and implemented, it's just 10 times.
And the random ass divide of Capsule Corp walking off with a bunch of rights and Shueisha having the manga rights going, and having to get agreements from both of them.
Well, because isn't there because also we got no more Sparking Zero stuff out of nowhere as well, didn't we?
Well, it wasn't out. I wouldn't say it's like out of nowhere as Fighters. Because I mean, it was only like last year that the DLC wrapped up for it, and then I think they did tell us. I think it was late last year or something that more stuff was coming, and then they announced it back in January. So we have had at least a bit of a heads up about that. But I wasn't expecting the amount of stuff that we've gotten. Like we got fucked it's kind of like it is just straight up an expansion. The fact because it even has its own subtitle. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. Is it like Super Limit Breaking Neo or something like that?
Yeah. It's longer than an isekai title. It might as well be a town in Wales. It's that long.
But once we get 2 more expansions, it'll be called. When we get 2 more expansions, it'll be Dragonball Super Sparking 0 Neo 0 featuring Dante from Devil May Cry and Knuckles.
Yeah, but I mean, as people have pointed out, the Neo was the name for Budokai Tenkaichi 2. So it's like everyone's like, oh, so basically rather than a sequel, they decided to do a big expansion for it, which I'm honestly down for. I think honestly this is how just use this game as a base and then just like build upon it over the next few years, like they did with Xenoverse 2. Yeah. Absolutely down with that. Absolutely love that they've got like 30 new characters and there's loads that we've obviously been wanting and even some ones we didn't expect like Chilai and stuff like that. I still think there are some omissions, but we don't know everyone that is in it. So like I really want like Ice Shenron and stuff like that, and like some of the other specials like Tarbell, our Lord and Savior Tarbell.
I'm just. The thing is that made me laugh about it is because I feel like all this DLC, everything that we're getting now, should have come out either not long after launch or not long after, or getting close to the end of the first battle pass, season pass. And it just feels like, everything was clogged up somewhere and someone's finally removed that boulder that was in front of the well and all this content is now flooding out. Because I think it needs to if we're doing it as like you said, like this is the base game, we're building up and we're getting expansions, I'm happy with that because then finally we can get all the costumes we were promised. We're getting promised like when you put a new costume on, it's a new it brings you new moves and shit like that. So I'm hoping that this is just the start of it, and I'm also curious as to why it's taken us this long to get here with Sparking Zero.
Well, I think me and Retro were discussing this the other day, and I think it was just basically down to time constraints because like they obviously did work on it for quite a long time, but I think like Bandai were basically getting impatient, like hey, look, you've got to release it at this point, and because I feel like they were basically in the time frame they were only going to have Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super in the game because I feel like the OG Dragon Ball characters and the GT characters, like, because there's only like a small selection of them in the base games. Like, they were just kind of like, this is what we could fit in at the last minute. Well, they must have obviously heard people say, well, we are worrying that these characters were not going to be in the base game. And I said, oh shit, we got to try and get these out. But I feel like they probably did want to have all these characters in the base game, but Bandai just didn't give them enough time. And then they didn't want to add them in the first season pass because there was probably more of a mandate to do Daima because that was the big upcoming project.
Yeah.
I feel like we got to get you down there, get them all organised.
See,
look, we're going to scrap this. It's fucking shit.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck about this. Let's concentrate on this. Let's get these fucking characters done. Let's get more fucking maps on.
If I was running it, it'd be very different because I'm sorry, like we wouldn't have fucking characters like fucking Pansy. It's like no, we would have had the fucking Tamagamis. We'd have having all these fucking characters from Dragon Ball superheroes and stuff like that. We'd have way much better characters.
I'm just picturing the way you said that. I'm just picturing that guy that's in was it a garden party, and he just starts slapping everybody. They all walk up, and everyone's getting slapped.
Yeah, we wouldn't have had fucking Yajirobe. None of that shit.
No, you say that though. I don't mind some of the daft characters because that's kind of within Tenkaichi.
That's the point. That's the spirit of Tenkaichi.
But I get you though.
Yeah, I don't mind them, but not at the cost of someone else who I feel like is more deserving to be in there.
I'll tell you what, this will be a hot take. If I could do Sparking Zero, get rid of all the giant characters because they are annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
The giant characters, I would say, do a lot more to balance out the giant characters.
Yeah,
I would say. But
maybe do it as like giants only battle. So if you do a giant battle, it's giant versus giant.
You basically have a kaiju fight.
Yeah.
Make the item.
It starts because a little cutout of Zerazawa comes up with the guy in the corner and goes like, "Let them fight."
Yeah, I mean, I think they're all right for like story mode battles and stuff like that, but actually, they're not actually fun to play as, and they're just annoying to fight against.
Yeah.
They were a lot more fun in Budokai Tenkaichi 2, in the classic Budokai Tenkaichi 3 to play as. And also, like, there was a lot more that he did with that one, even if it was ridiculous. The sort of, I still remember laughing my back off at seeing friggin' Nappa go into a Zaru form and just having just a massive fod. Because obviously the Zaru hair still stuck out, but they still got the whole bald spot going. But in the Zaru form.
Was there anything else to battle?
Yeah, so probably so we obviously had the final absolutely not kidding DLC for Xenoverse 2, which I'm not really going to talk about because the far more interesting thing is that this Project 1000
about it.
No, fuck you. No, sorry. Xenoverse 2's had its time. It's been 10 years. They can, it doesn't, nobody cares. I don't care.
I do. I kind of do.
No, it's done. After playing that god awful Part 3 DLC, no, it does not deserve to be talked about anymore. It needs to be buried.
As you can tell, Mizusaru has not had exactly a good time with the Future Saga DLC. But the reason why I was like.
Next question for the podcast is who would win in a fight, Retro or Mizusaru?
I would rather go back and play Gollum again than fucking play that DLC again. It was 20 times as long, but half as painful.
I'm not even involved in that hurt. Ooh.
Yeah.
I would only mention it because with this, it does make a suggestion that quite possibly, when it ends, when the final DLC hits and it's over, the storyline will progress directly into the next thing we're about to talk about.
Yeah, which is yeah. What's far more interesting is the fact.
What does a Volkswagen driving past you sound like?
The far more interesting thing is Project 1000 is, to no surprise, Xenoverse 3. So that's not coming until next.
Tumbleweed moment, like I've already said this outside the pod, but like I do not see the point. What else could you do with it? Because Xenoverse 2 had basically
there's so much you could do with it. There's so much you could do with it.
Like the only thing that you could add in Xenoverse 3 is the farmer that fights Raditz. That's the only thing else you could add.
Well, no, it's not necessarily about how much of like Dragon Ball it covers. It's just more about like what you can do from a gameplay perspective. Because my problem with Xenoverse 2, having gone on so long, is that it's all well and good to keep adding more parallel quests, more super attacks, blah 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 blah. But like,
there was nothing in those parallel quests that shifted up.
Yeah,
that shifted up enough.
Yeah, it was just same shit, rinse and repeat for 10 years. And while they did some other stuff like the Euro Coliseum, like the whole and like some other things like. And as much as I complained about it for what they kind of did more with they did add more stuff to the story. I just think it just didn't go anywhere for ages. Was the problem? It's only with this final one that it's actually doing something. That's because it's ramping up to the end. It's basically it's like the phase 4 and 5 of Marvel at the minute. It's just done nothing for years, and now it's ramping up at the last minute.
I like the things that you could do in like Xenoverse 2. The key things were right at the start and been there for friggin' ages. Is the expert missions where 6 of you work together. Most of the parallel quests were just fight on. I'm asleep because I'm fight on. I'm now asleep while fight on. And then 1 or 2 out of left field. Gather the Dragon Balls. Neat. And then Cross Versus added a few things here and there. Here, grab a gem, grab this, fight that guy. Then go off and fight a core boss and see if you can beat him before the others can do. Neat. And that was kind of basically it. When a lot of Dragon Ball is, while they do have the fights, there's usually something else going on in the background. Like everyone's favorite saga, the Frieza saga or the Cell saga, where we're having to investigate what the heck this bug corpse in the forest is, or trying to find out information, or with the Frieza hiding while you're gathering the Dragon Balls.
Let me cut you off there a sec. So basically, short and skinny of this is, Retro, you want a lot more interesting story beats that go
not just story beats, but more activities.
Yeah, and Mizu wants more variety to missions that aren't just turn up, mug a guy, leave.
Yeah, well, it's just I think there's more to be done with the actual gameplay itself, is the thing, and also the customization. Because while there was a lot to Xenoverse 2, there was still a lot of key, critical flaws, like the fact that like transforming was basically only a stat boost. It's like some things visually changed, but I think Ultimate Tenkaichi did it way better. The fact that I can actually change my moves up from a transformation, and also the fact that
combos.
And also the fact that my hair actually spikes up when I fucking turn Super Saiyan. Like they managed that. They managed that like fucking 20 years ago, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it in this one.
It is basic 101 staple.
Yeah. But then there's also things like aura customization. Actually being able to change the color of all the clothes. Not just only like a select few.
I know, because I remember playing Xenoverse, and it was like, oh, cool, I've got all these clothes, but then you'd end up having like a mishmash of shit, and you just look like you got dressed in you fell in your mum and dad's closet, and you walk out, and you just had like oversized bed sheet on you, and you've got like weird tights on.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
The Prod Z joke. What the hell are you wearing? It's my ass kicking outfit, bitch.
Yeah. It's like, oh, why are you wearing stiletto heels? Because it gives you 3 attack.
I mean, I kid you not, I pretty much wore the same outfit more or less the entire way through Xenoverse 2, which was like the starting Saiyan armor vest,
Yeah.
a fucking scouter and some blue pants.
I don't know why the way you say that sounds like you were homeless. It's like I turned up and I've still got the jeans with 3 holes in it, and I made it the whole way. I now run the corporation.
Still wearing no jeans, but yeah, it's because they solved the problem of hey, here's this you now look like a giraffe falling through a wardrobe at the petting zoo and at Le Chanel, but they fix that by here something called a QQ Bang. I don't know why they called it that. I've no idea.
I don't even know what I don't even know what it stands for to this day.
That sounds like you've got to pay extra for.
But like,
yeah, you did. You fucking did sometimes. Yeah, because that was the other fucking thing. Yeah, because
the TP medal crowd.
Yeah.
To get the best QQ Bang, you had to merge 2 of the pieces of outfits that you already had existing, and you get a random assortment of stats on the thing, which could be anywhere. And the more powerful the outfit were, the more bigger the boost, the buff debuff would be in the QQ Bang, and the best one, obviously, the one you have to buy.
Yeah,
it's just
and then there's all
the thought of just like you walking down a dark street and Master Roshi come round here. Do you want a QQ Bang?
What you like?
Yeah. I mean, not to mention like the team attacks as well. Like the majority of them were like locked behind TP medals, and obviously the price for them was ridiculous because they'd added monetization halfway through this game's life cycle as well. So it's just it was.
Come on.
It was just basically a kind of a headache towards the end, which is why I'm just like happy to see it go. Can we just move on from this, please?
If Xenoverse 3 is like Sparking Zero, but with customizable characters and customizable techniques, I think I'd be more interested because I wasn't really keen.
They need to. And I know obviously the whole thing is that it's meant to be like an RPG, but they think that they need to make it more actually interesting to fight in it, because that is the key thing about Dragonball. Shocker. But in terms of customization, like I know it's probably wishful thinking, but I wish it was like Soul Calibur levels of like character creation. Yeah.
I'm not so much going for the Soul Calibur thing. One of the things I want is a much more varied way to customize your character. So because the thing that I was thinking about more.
Hang on. Sorry. Just with you saying about having Soul Calibur level customization, it's funny because Kira Toriyama didn't have a lot of variation in his style.
Yeah.
So to do Soul Calibur level kind of customization with Dragon Ball characters just wouldn't fucking work.
Well, no, because
he has 3 styles of eyeballs. He has 3 styles was it maybe 10 styles of different haircuts?
Well, no, I mean, even with some things like Soul Calibur are still so limited, but then the fact, like I said, you have like tons of different clothing options. You obviously color them to whatever you like. You can slap fucking accessories, tattoos, or whatever on them.
You can get fresh on the back.
I mean, you've seen it, the amount of stuff that I managed to create with the Soul Calibur character creation. It's like you could do a lot, and like if we even had just half of that for Xenoverse 3, I could do. You could get a fair bit of it. Because it's just I think I just find it in Xenoverse 2 it was just somewhat lacking.
But
really.
I found the hand-to-hand stuff a bit lacking. Not so much here's a just guard, here's the cool combos, here's a way to break stuff, but the fact of I played a Namekian for most of my thing, and I just had the same combo, and I played the same Namekian throughout the whole thing. And people will just be that one character, because, hey, cool idea, I'll make all these different characters, but, this is the one I started out with, this is what I'll finish with. And having the exact same combo every time, to use the exact same opening to fire a beam attack at the same time, while also doing various punches at the same time, and I'm just like, And then you go and look at the other Namekians that you team up with, like Piccolo, Nail, Slug, and even though that didn't show up in the Tournament of Power, but you see how they fight, and you're like, I would love to fight those and learn their moves. Heck, with the whole stretchy arm things, it would have been cool to have learned new combo and new fighting style with the boos. So I would actually like that to be a thing in Xenoverse 3, being able to shift up your base combo and fighting style.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, because it's like you have mentors in the game and you learn their techniques from them, but you don't actually learn their fighting style and the combos, because there are a ridiculous amount of characters that you can just play as in the game, and they all do have relatively unique combos in the game, but you don't get any of that with your character creation. You just, depending on what species you're in, you're just locked in to use those same basic ass melee combos.
It makes me think of, and I don't know if anybody ever played it. I probably got the wrong game. I know Lazy Beats, and Retronia played this. Def Jam Vendetta. Or Def Jam Fight for New York, the last one, like the last decent one, not that Icons or whatever it was bloody called. That was crap. But
Did you know that the one before that they worked on a Yakuza game and took all the stuff from Fight for New York into this PSP Yakuza game?
But in that, like, you would do, like, you create your character, you create your style, but then you'd get like, you could choose like street fighting, kickboxing, wrestling, something along them lines, if I can remember, all these different styles, but you didn't have to necessarily stick to that one style. You could put stat points into these one style, like this, like, oh, I'm going to put my stats into street fighting, but with a little bit of wrestling. So now I've unlocked grappling moves, but I can still do, basically, I can be Ryu, but Zangief, I can molest people like Zangief.
Yeah,
hang on. I remember getting to a certain point in the game where I put all my stats into street fighting, to the point that when I had like this Hail Mary sort of like super punch, and every time I'd start a match, I'd just lunge forward with this punch and take like half of their bloody health points away.
Unless they were skinny character, and it was just, I remember that you were fighting your mate just threw the character together, ran out, and you just haymakered and instant KO.
I flung him out. I flung him out of the bloody map. He flew further than my fence panels.
And it's like you said, and that was after it KO'd.
Yeah.
So it was like the match was long done, and you're just watching this dude now turning into a ragdoll from, highlight reel.
But
it kind of sounds a bit like Street Fighter 6, like whole character creation and stuff like that, because you can make some broken shit in that.
But moving on, but we're gonna move on from that now. The only other two things we'll talk about before we crack on with anime, because that's what the podcast is about. Anime, apparently.
Well, we kind of talked about it. We talked about anime games.
Has anybody seen the Street? Speaking of Street Fighter, segue, haha. Has anybody seen the Street Fighter trailer?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well. Oh, shock, you haven't seen anything. Because there's the Street Fighter trailer and also the Godzilla Minus Zero trailer I kind of just want to briefly talk on. But
I did see that one.
Has anybody seen the Godzilla Minus Zero teaser trailer thing?
Yeah, I saw that as well.
What do we think of Street Fighter, the Street Fighter one? Because I think it looks kind of interesting. It looks daft. It looks fucking stupid.
I am kind of interested in it because, like you said, it looks like they've obviously gone for a kind of faithful approach, at least in the design of the characters, and it looks stupid, but it's supposed to look stupid. It's fucking Street Fighter.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm kind of down for it, because that's the thing with these. They always try and change it. They always try and make it look more realistic or grounded or something like that, and it's like it's never quite the same. It's like, no, you need to lean into the dumb stuff.
Yeah, and also 50 cents in it. That guy was already a legend, but ever since the P Diddy documentary, even more.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to drop like a P Diddy disc within the Street Fighter?
I hope so.
Somewhere.
To be fair though, he's forget about him. You know what I mean? He doesn't deserve anything.
Do you think he's going to be like, because he's playing Balrog? Do you think he like has a match with somebody when they drop on the ground? He covers them with baby oil. The director's like, well, the character doesn't do this.
No, there's a character that already did that. What was his name?
Oh, is that...
Yeah.
Some big red creepy dude who grease himself up and then rub off on you.
Honestly, it'd be funny as shit if he fights a Takam or something.
I've just realised, it's a big creepy dude that like greases himself up and rubs on you. It might as well have been P Diddy. They might as well have got him to play it. But I like the look of the trailer. It's very, 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 very 80s. It's very neon. It's very lots of was it glowing red and pink and blues and stuff. The only thing that makes me laugh, because it's like, I agree with like you said, lean into the bonkers, lean into how crazy this is Guile's hair.
Yeah.
Guile's hair is absolutely ridiculous, and it just seems like everything in that film from the trailer looks like it's like, okay, it looks accurate enough, but it still works sort of realistically. And then you get Guile's fucking hair. And it's like, it doesn't like... I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't even fucking work in the game, let alone in real life. And it's so fucking funny.
The thing I find funny is because this isn't even the only movie based on a fighting game that's trying to go with the sort of like more like a... focusing on like what stuff on the actual game, because we also have the Mortal Kombat 2 movie, which is out in 2 weeks.
Oh
yeah. So does everyone. It seems like I see nobody talking about it.
I keep getting confused because I think this is my dyslexia, because I think the trailer actually came on before we started the pod, and I swear to God that someone turned around and they do say Luke Cage, but I thought they said Nicolas Cage. And I thought, what a crazy Mortal Kombat film that would be.
Honestly, I could see Nicolas Cage doing it.
Fucking hilarious.
Hell, you could put him in Mortal Kombat the game, and I wouldn't bat an eye to it.
Don't get him to play just a character. Just have him in the game.
Yeah, just as himself. Just as himself.
Yeah.
And even moves, it's just him it's just him costume changing into a different role for one of us to do the move.
Yeah.
Is Jason Momoa doing Blanca? I mean, playing Blanca,
he is playing Blanca. Maybe. He probably is doing Blanca.
You've now inspired some terrifying sprite art, because I mean, Blanca's already got that pose where he's close to the ground and nearly on his knees. And you can end up with Jason Momoa coming up and a zoom up on Blanca's sprite and fake going, what?
I'm interested to see both, to be honest with you.
See which one. So, what, you mean like that minus zero? Oh no, Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. See, we're already forgetting about.
Mortal Kombat.
You already forgot about Mortal Kombat. We're not still talking about it.
I've not even seen the first one.
You haven't seen the first Mortal Kombat?
No, I've not seen the first one.
It's all right. It's okay.
It's all right.
Do you know what? I've not watched. The only Mortal Kombat ones I've watched are the original live-action films.
Yeah.
And they live in my head rent-free. And it's not because of anything that happens in the fucking film. It's because of that fucking kick-ass iconic theme.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all I give a shit about.
What about the guy at the beginning? Give me your soul.
Your soul.
Your soul is mine.
Your soul is mine.
Like he didn't just chew the scenery, he chewed the other actors, he chewed the fucking ground of which they were filming on. Like, holy shit. But
dude became a landfiller with how much he ate.
I'm looking forward to Street Fighter because I'm kind of curious how they're gonna do the story, how they're gonna go about it compared to how they did the original one, which did not do very well.
No.
I remember Kylie Minogue was in that one. Was Kylie Minogue in that one? I'm sure Kylie Minogue
I think so. Yeah.
She played Cammy.
Yeah.
Except for the Bison actor. The Bison actor ate. Shame about him.
Yeah, I was literally about to bring that up actually, because they seem to. I don't know. Like nothing against the guy who played Bison in the original movies. God rest his soul. But like, especially even with the new one, because you see Bison in the games, and obviously he's this like massive rip dictator and stuff like that. But they never get anybody like that to play him.
No, they always get these weirdy like incel dudes that just like
yeah, which is probably more accurate of what a dictator is like. But it just doesn't look. It just doesn't look like a Bison.
They always get a Napoleon guy. Like it's always like right. So Bison in the game is this big hunking, like Dwayne Johnson looking motherfucker. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this Danny DeVito guy to play it.
Exactly.
I'm guessing they're gonna try and do the same. I'm guessing they're gonna try and do the same as what they tried to do in the original. Because the one thing that the lore behind Bison's ripped physique is that he's not actual muscle.
It's creatine. Sorry.
Kinda, it's psycho power. All the psychic negative energy that he's wielding is buffing him out and swell.
Is that a new flavor of Prime energy drink or something?
I'm trying to remember who it is. Is it Cillian Murphy? He's playing him in this one. Well, I imagine.
Cillian Murphy.
Is it?
I'm gonna look this up while you're chatting.
I feel like we're watching too many of those AI videos where it's like where it casts the people into like remember that Naruto one.
Oh, that's terrible.
I love watching them because I watch them and I'm like, oh my god, these actors are perfect for these characters.
It must have been a fucking AI thing. I don't know why the fuck I got Cillian Murphy from. No, it's David Dasmalkian. Is that how you pronounce it?
I know you're talking about. He's in One Piece. He's in One Piece. He plays the three in One Piece.
The thing I remember him most for is because he plays like one of the weird guys in Ant-Man. Yeah, he's like one of like he's like one of his friends or something like that. He like works for the security company. Yeah.
He's in Dexter. He's in Dexter Resurrection as well.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of roles recently.
Yeah.
A lot of them are psychopaths. I'm worried about the guy.
Yeah.
But apart from that, like I said, there's -0 trailer, which we got a sneak peek of, and of course, me and Retro are like the biggest Godzilla fans on the planet, so we're excited for that. Have you two seen the trailer? What's your?
I've seen the trailer, but I don't feel like there's really enough to sort of say about it at the minute because I mean, I'll call him because I'm not a big Godzilla fan, but like -1 was fucking awesome. Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic film.
Shouldn't it just be Godzilla 0?
Apparently, there's a reason for it being called -0 because I'll be honest, as much as I don't really like the name, I'm happy that like they're just kind of trying to keep that because one of the
it's because it's Hidora's eyes.
No, they reckon that like it might be called -0 because there is a monster in the Godzilla franchise that goes by Monster Zero, and that's King Ghidorah. So they reckon King Ghidorah is going to be in this next one. Which I don't know how I feel about that because I would think it'd be more interesting to have another solo Godzilla film because we've never had that before. Because have you seen that shot of him behind that plane? Like, he must be on the same thing fucking Bison's on. Like, dude is juiced. Dude has been hitting the creatine.
Well, I mean, after all the shit he got put through in -1, I don't blame him. You know, I'd be a bit psychotic too.
I've now got this mental image of at the bottom of the ocean while he's only just regrown one arm, but all you can now hear is freaking X gonna give it to you as he's pumping iron at the bottom of the ocean.
I thought you were gonna say like you see that lump of flesh like dropping in the ocean, and then all of a sudden that whey protein box floats next to him.
Looks like that bit of teaser bit at the end of Arkham Asylum, where you get like either Killer Croc or Scarecrow grabbing the box of grabbing the box of Titan, and instead it's just Godzilla grabbing a bottle of creatine.
I'm just imagining that because I remember doing a quick skit for it. For Dandadan, but Rita Repulse's wand from Power Rangers being thrown at it, and then make my monster grow.
Make my radiation metaphor grow. But a lot of people are wigging out over. When I say wigging out, I mean like people are sort of like losing their minds over Godzilla walking past the Empire State Building. Not the
Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty. Sorry, ill brain.
Shit, not New York.
I know what started. I know what made you think that. It's been that AI poster where you got the where you got the Empire State Building and then Godzilla's tail wrapped around it, and it's like the only time he'd be that size is if it's freaking Treezilla from the Netflix series.
Yeah, no. To be honest, if he was Empire State Building size, like Manhattan's fucked.
Godzilla's probably just getting a bit horny. He's probably like, damn, this is the only like hot piece of ass I can see that's around here. That's the same size as me.
Yeah. Which is ironic because from the look of the size of Godzilla, it's still a petite girl.
Yeah.
No.
I'm excited for it. I want to go and watch it in the in that place that you go and watch it, the IMAX.
Oh yeah, we'll IMAX it, don't we?
I think the last Godzilla film we watched in IMAX was Godzilla 2014, and that was amazing. So I can't wait to go and watch that again. Also, fun fact: the first Japanese film in history to be filmed for the IMAX.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh, neat.
Yep.
Well,
No other Japanese film has been done for that. And no, I know we went and watched was it Demon Slayer on the IMAX, but it wasn't made purposely for the IMAX.
Yeah.
Whereas this is the first Japanese live action film ever done for IMAX.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest, it's well deserved.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I look forward to the Japanese Godzilla more than I do the MonsterVerse one. Because I remember when -1 came out, I was so hyped for that, and then Godzilla X Kong New Empire? I was so not looking forward to watching that. And that one ended up being good anyway. So.
It's funny. It's the opposite way around because I do not like the first Godzilla X Kong film, but I really like the second one.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I rewatched all the MonsterVerse films, and I actually like Godzilla vs Kong more than New Empire, but I have a new appreciation for New Empire now.
I mean, it's just a dumb, fun film. At the end of the day, like Transformers, but not shit.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like. I don't lose all sense of I don't have an existential sort of disappear halfway through any of those Godzilla films. So
yeah.
But
obviously the Japanese ones are obviously much more serious.
Yeah.
I still remember when we watched -1 and I saw families bringing the freaking kids to watch. It's just no, you fucking idiots!
Oh,
why are you doing this? Did you look into it at all? This isn't anything.
That was so funny because I remember we all sat there and we saw that there was 3 to I think it was 5-year-old and a 3-year-old walking into Godzilla -1, and I remember saying to you guys I think they think this is the MonsterVerse Godzilla. Yep. And then the first thing the film opens up with is a suicide bomber landing.
Yeah.
And then Godzilla, dinosaur version of Godzilla, completely wrecking everybody apart. And then the family up and leaving.
Yeah, it's just do your research, people. Yep, they have those age ratings for a reason.
I remember that happened with Akira. When it first came out in cinemas.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Because a load of parents.
Animation's just for kids, and it's no animation.
They thought it was Snow White or what was it, Lady and the Tramp. And they went to go and take it to Akira, and I was I'd love to know when the cut-off point was. When did they suddenly all decide? Hang on a minute. He's not singing to little forest animals.
I feel kind of embarrassed to say this as an anime fan, but I've never actually seen Akira.
I didn't watch Akira. Funny story, I didn't watch Akira until it was actually my birthday, and it's the day that it's the actual year and day that the film is set is the day I watched it.
Why? What year is it set in?
I can't remember now, but because I remember it said 30 odd years, and I was exactly that age when it was I was oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Are they bringing it to the cinema? Apparently.
Yeah, they are.
Western cinemas, yeah.
Yeah, we might have to watch that. We might have to go and watch that together.
Yeah. See the original Akira slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that they've redubbed it. I'm hoping they've redubbed it because the version I watched was terrible.
I think they're just showing it in his original Japanese in the cinema.
Oh, that's
I was going to say German then for some reason.
In German.
slicing Hazen body color.
Right. So, shall we get on to, because we've got Invincible, Daemons of the Shadow Realm, and Rooster Fighter. So, shall we get on with Invincible? Because I think we've got 2 episodes to talk about, because episode 8 is the final one, so I think we've got 2.
I've not seen the last one, but I have seen the one before it.
I did the meme.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Episode 6 is the aftermath of Mark being opened like a purse and emptied. And it's Oliver and Nolan having, father-son time stuck on this planet. And just to dive straight into it, I did tell you, and I did say, there would be some fucking bullshit onto how Mark survived this, which the internet has gone like berserk over, because literally all they did was put a band-aid on and go, eat some eggs, boy.
Your protein.
Apparently, Viltrumites have a sort of healing factor, but it's like to cell level a degree where it's like, oh, as long as their like heart and brain are intact, they can kind of recover from most like wounds as well. Although they can't regenerate limbs or anything like that, they're not quite that level.
You know what?
But still,
you know what I realized as well? Like the difficulty of like scooping and pouring all of his organs back in is the fact that Conquest went like there was an entry and an exit wound, so like as they're scooping in, it's all just gonna fall out the back. Like how the fuck have they stopped it falling out the back?
I just find it funny because like no one's not a doctor, is he? He probably just scoop them all back in there, and now Mark, was it peas where he poops and poops where he pees?
Yeah, Dad. I don't think Dad. Why is it every time he pisses he sneezes? I don't know. That seems all right.
You may have not got like all of your original, inventory contents, but most of it's in there.
It's like assembling IKEA furniture. He's just like he picks up this like a spleen or something. Goes, does that seem important? Nah, just throws it to one side. I'm sure it'll be fine.
The best part, as we mentioned last time, obviously the intestines are actually quite a lot longer. So can you imagine him just trying to push it in, seeing if it works, and then it springs back out and completely unravels?
I'm just imagining he grabs hold of like Mark's arm and like twists it, and it just reels the intestines back in.
Like a fucking Henry the Hoover or something.
It's like when you're like rolling up a hose pipe or something. It's like you got like a little handle and it just like pulls it back in. I'm just imagining it like that.
I like the idea of the fact that apparently they were out for they were there for 2 months, and that's how long it took to wrangle all of his fucking intestines back in.
The crazy thing is, in the comics, it's much longer than that. I'm sure it was like 9 months or something.
Well, it made me laugh because they're on this planet for so long, and then it's like, what was it called? Oliver turns around and says, "We need to get back to the war. Like you were in it for 10 minutes."
Yeah.
And then, I said, and then later on, it's been 2 months, and they're like, "Oh, we need to go back to the war." It's like, it's been 2 months, mate. It's done. It's dusted. You've missed all of it.
Well, that's it, because as we found out in the last episode, the whole thing was like 10 months, and it didn't feel like 10 months because it was 2 episodes. Like a lot's happened. It feels like a lot happened and not happened at the same time in 10 months.
Yeah. There's that weird part where Oliver starts talking about that lobster.
Yeah.
Like, Dad, that lobster made me feel stuff. I still ate it, though. You proud?
We still kind of forget that he's half bug man.
Yeah. It made me laugh when he was talking about how turned on he was by this fucking lobster, and all I could think of was that bit from Venom where he jumps in the lobster tank and was like,
yeah.
Don't stop fucking the lobsters.
The thing is, I wish Oliver actually did more stuff like a bug. Like every time someone turns a lamp on or something, he just starts like getting really obsessed with it. starts like headbutting the lamp.
So really,
just the thought of someone turning the lights on and Oliver goes, fuck, no. Just somebody turns a lamp on the side of the couch and he dives at it.
And he goes to walk out and somebody's playing glass in the window, just walks straight through it.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, why did you do that? And you're like, do what? There was nothing there. Wait, what's all this on the floor? He's like, can't see glass. He just starts bouncing off the safety glass in the friggin' thing because he can't find the fucking door.
I think the internet's all spoke about this as well, but like Mark's beard is terrible. Like, I don't know whether it's the animation or what, but it's just like, please stop animating him with a beard. Like, Nolan looks sick. Like, Nolan with a beard looks sick.
Do you know what? I don't mind it because, like, why is it everyone who's got a beard in shows like this have always got perfectly amazing beards? Like, no, it's not real life. So I'm glad he's got a shit beard.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why, Lazy. That felt from your core.
That's fucking personal.
Yeah.
That's like, I feel like that was a
beard.
Yeah, that felt personal. That felt like projection.
It is.
It's like it must be a thing because it's like Saiyans, like the hairline never changes, but the human part of it must just make like fuck it up. You know, it's like I can't go a perfect beard because I'm only half Viltrumite. Again, it's another thing where apparently it was better in the comics.
Yeah.
So I'm repeatedly told every time there is a new episode.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that just at this point they just need to add that guy as a fucking permanent feature to every episode. Just pops at the bottom and just like they were better in the comics. Think they were better in the comics.
So it's like, oh, he's better in the manga.
They were better in the manga. And then watching the two of them have a fist fight that eventually evolves into cuddling and kissing and falling over.
Yeah, and it also in episode 6 we find out that like they've got that virus, or Optimus Prime has got that virus. And watching this and the boys back to back, I'm like, why are we all obsessed with viruses? Like, has it been long enough now about COVID? We can now talk about viruses. Just seems to be everybody's go-to. It's either viruses or time travel.
What about time traveling viruses?
Well, let's be honest. There doesn't seem to be any other thing that like reliably kills these fuckers. You know?
I love the way that this episode ends because it goes to that because Nolan's built that grave for conquest. I don't know why he felt the need to put 3 rocks. That was really misleading.
It's because it's the logo for it's like if you know it's like all the Viltrumites they have like some sort of symbol and chest and it's like a circle with like 3 lines in it. I think it's to represent that.
But I love it when it does the whole nothing.
Yeah, does the fake out to make it seem like conquest is just gonna like his like hand's gonna rise out the grave or something.
Have you heard what's happened to the fan base?
No.
They've decided to make a spray of fucking conquest art that's now called EarthQuest, where effectively he takes the place of Noland.
Yeah, it's basically the people that come up with this like whole fan idea of like him going back to Earth and just like goes to ingratiate himself, then calls himself Carl.
And
he's just this one-armed lumberjack, something that everybody really likes.
Yeah, his personality just almost flips 180. So he's nice, kind, not cannibalistic at all. No, not even like the war criminal that you used to see. He just like gets around and he was like, I found somebody. I'm no longer lonely. I don't want to harm anyone anymore. I'm now lovely Carl from down the street who's bringing you fresh bananas and fruit and everything for free because you deserve it. I love you. Pat on the head and walks off.
I can imagine now, like, it's a connected universe, and going back to the whole Dragon Ball Z verse in Viltrumites, it ends up being that Conquest is actually the farmer at the beginning of the Saiyan.
Gotta get my gun.
And we've gone full circle in this podcast.
I've got loads of notes on episode 7, and we won't be able to get through them. But that was a big episode. The only thing is, when it starts, especially this season. I don't know if it's the same with all the other seasons. I would really like a timestamp.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was so fucking confused when it started, and we saw that race, and they were blowing it up because I thought that was part of the war that was going on, and then it wasn't until I saw a de-bearded Optimus Prime I was like, oh, it's the past.
Yeah, it was a bit weird because obviously we had another episode that starts just like this, and it was also a flashback. But yeah, fun fact about this flashback: they got Megatron's voice actor to voice Emperor Argyle.
No, they didn't.
Oh, Frank,
they did.
You're lying.
Yeah,
you're lying. No,
honestly.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so funny.
That's amazing.
That's so funny because when I saw Thragg, and I'm calling him Optimus Prime, like square up to each other. I did quote, "One shall stand, one shall fall," because I'm a big ass fucking nerd. But
you shall shave your beard.
Made me laugh. Made me laugh as well when I saw all the aliens like secretly passing like that message or that bomb to each other. I'm like, oh, they must work at Amazon.
Sterling raises roll out.
But it was so funny if fucking Thragg was like voiced by Starscream or something like that, but no, absolutely nobody would take him seriously.
You know that nobody calls him. You know, most of the fan base don't call him Thragg. They call him Freddie Mercury.
Oh yeah.
The funniest is when it's like I love it when he's like Thragg becomes in charge of everything, becomes a regent. He gets crowned, and it's so annoying because I don't know how, I don't know why, but Thragg kind of looks like my dad, which really puts me off, which makes me uncomfortable. It's just the mustache. I think it's just the mustache. It's
mustache.
Like, and then it's when Thragg was turning around, he does that big speech about like how regime changes, things are going to change. I'm going to, clear out the swamps? And it's when he was saying about like, one of you will betray me or something like that. I know it's like the biblical quote of like Judas, but all I could think of was that Family Guy thing where it's like, statistics, one out of like women, look to your left, look to your right. One of these guys will assault you.
It's such a fucking crazy moment what happens there, because I feel like there's some context missing in the fact, because I think Thaddeus must have obviously had supporters or something like he sort of agreed with him, and that's what he's talking about people betraying, but they don't really sort of explain that in this bit. They just make it seem like, oh, it was just Thaddeus the betrayer or something like that.
Well, I think it's because he wanted to root out weakness, so he just basically beat the fuck out of each other.
But
if you're it's kind of the Andrew Tate thing. If you're still alpha, you'll be still standing, kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's everything is crazy because it's just on a fucking hair trigger. Because he like turns to the guy's like, I think you could betray me. Now if I'm out, I don't believe you. Decapitation.
That was a trick question.
It's like what did that guy do? What did he do? He was just stood there. And then literally after that, everyone starts going ape shit. Fucking children are curb stomping each other.
Yeah.
One guy gets pulled apart by two of his fucking friends.
I was thinking that, like, you don't need a virus. Just give them a coup. They'll kill each other.
It's literally Frank just said go nuts, and they just started murdering each other. It's just like, my God.
Yeah, I was saying it's like the fucking purge, isn't it? It's like even like starting like, look, we're gonna do this one day a year. It's like, fucking go, kill your loved ones, kill your family.
It's like, what's the prize? Honor, yay! But like, there's loads that goes on in this episode. But there was a point where I thought Optimus Prime was like playing the long game, and he was going to be the actual, like, he was going to double cross. Like, double cross, applesauce, kind of everybody. And then, where am I now? And then they rock up onto the planet. And it was so funny when they rock up and they see, they're like, oh, is that Thragg? I said, it's either Thraggs or a Butlins rep. It's either Thragg or he thought his Uber Eats has turned up.
There's one thing I just wanted to mention as well from that. I don't know if anyone else thought this, but because when you see the bit where Emperor Argol gets assassinated, because you don't quite see who it is that does it, I was kind of thinking the entire time, is it going to turn out that Thragg was the one that killed him?
Yeah.
Like Thaddeus was just set up this entire time.
Well, I think Thaddeus would have probably said something by now.
It just seems really odd because, like, why not just show it was Thaddeus? Like, say it is, they make it out like, oh, it was somebody else, and Thaddeus was just, but no, you never see that. You never go into it.
You see him kind of like.
Well, I think it's supposed to show the insanity of Thragg, to be honest.
Yeah, that too.
I don't know.
I love it when Thragg turns up because there was it was like it's all setting up, and I love the fact that, like, because obviously they were supposed to ambush him, and I love it when Optimus Prime turns around and goes, "This changes nothing," and that woman stabs him in the back, because it wouldn't have been funny if he's like, "This changes nothing," stab. Oh wait, no, this changes everything. Run!
Fuck, retreat.
I'm not gonna lie, when that guy, was it the space racer with the fucking pew pew, takes a shot at him, and Thragg just like like ever so slightly moves back, I did give out a little girly scream. There was as soon I don't know what it is like.
I think he stays completely still.
Yeah, he just goes past.
Yeah, he just like doesn't he just like tilt his head slightly and just lets it go past.
He's been getting
Lazy to the left.
aura lessons, hasn't he?
But
No, he doesn't even list lazily. He literally just like tilts his head out the way.
but it's like we said about power scaling in this show has been sort of all over the map. This was the first time where I felt like, oh my god, you can't beat this bastard. Yeah, because it was it was so funny because as soon as like that beam went past, I thought of that bit from The Simpsons. Well, I for one accept our alien overlords.
I think I love it because you hear it all the way through. They're like, look, they keep saying, look, he is the hype, and they do keep saying the hype as well. Like you hear the hype of him, it's true, and we're like, yeah. It's like it really is true. He is the hype.
Yeah. Well, he does some crazy shit in that seventh episode. Like just skip forward a bit when he's fighting Nolan and he does that wind up punch that literally has wind. Well, it's like you've done this with his fighting game moveset in mind, haven't you?
That uppercut was crazy.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, did we just celestial dragon Nolan? Like, motherfucker. There was like when they land on the planet, when Nolan and Thragg are on the planet and they're about to have their fight, I was like, oh my god, I'm so locked in. I wish this was animated better.
Yeah.
Like,
could you imagine if they got the One Piece animated on this shit?
Oh my, no! If they got Mappa, like I know Mappa doesn't see sunlight anyway, but like Jesus Christ, could you imagine? Like all of this fight, if it was up to like anime standard quality, this would be insane.
Yeah.
Do you think the CEO of Mappa? Do you think the CEO of Mappa actually just plays The Sims and he just decided, I'm gonna make the paint goblin in the basement?
Yeah. But I don't know why, because again, like we said, the power scaling in this show is absolutely messed up, and people survive the most craziest shit. But when Oliver runs up to Thragg and then gets his jaw knocked off, I legitimately like, oh shit, that kid is dead.
I honestly like why it's like why are you even here, Oliver? I mean, I would argue he's probably the weakest one there.
Oh, yeah.
I think even Zoe is probably stronger than him.
There's no argument. Bug Boy is the weakest.
Yeah, but even with all his training with his dad as well, it's like, have you not learned anything? Like, why have you gone straight to him?
Yeah.
For goodness sake, boy.
But then, what was it? It's when like he pisses off Nolan, and then he starts flying, and it Nolan, Optimus Prime, and Mark start flying towards a planet, and I could not understand what the fuck they were doing at first.
No, I didn't either.
It took me ages, and then I realized, oh, you're freezering your own planet. Like, okay, I'm onto you. And then it's when Thragg gets really pissed off, and then he rips that rock apart. And I've not, to give Invincible its credit, I've not audibly Homer Simpson screamed so much in an episode, because when he flew straight through and ripped Optimus Prime's head off, I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I legitimately was not expecting that. I thought we were going to have, like, this drawn-out fight. I wasn't expecting him to, like rip the Matrix out of fucking Optimus Prime. Like, what the hell?
That's it. And it's like that sort of bit where he's just, like, holding his decapitated head in his hands and just, like, squishing it. Like, that's fucked up.
Squishies.
Squishies.
It's like, holy shit, he wasn't mad before. This is what a mad Thragg looks like. Fucking run. And then I laughed because then it's when they're trying to like get away from him, and like Nolan is apologizing to Mark, and then the Viltrumite special comes along, and he like Thragg like penetrates Nolan, and my note was literally, Nolan's been punched through. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, after Mark, that kind of loses impact. Really.
Yeah. I had the shock of like because obviously never seen Nolan get punched through before, but it was a bit like, yeah, I'm sure he's fine. And lo and behold, in the next scene, yeah, he was.
Yeah. He was better off than Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like obviously we're going to show the level of how powerful this Thragg guy is, but like Nolan, come on, like give Summer back.
Yeah.
They did fucking nothing to him. Like, not even so much as a scratch.
Yeah, he's like shown as this absolutely fucking fierce competitor towards everyone and everything, considering obviously his changing views all the way through it. But like, he just seems so weak in that fight.
Yeah.
I think
it's just. I think this is why.
I think because there's a certain level of respect, even though because at the end of the day, like Nolan is stepping up to stop the Viltrumite, but there's still a large part of him that still loves his culture and his race, and still holds a certain he still holds the regent to a certain level of authority. So I think Nolan is actually holding back, and it's not. I don't think he's purposely holding back. I think it's just because it's like a morality. It's like the equivalent of like trying to fight your dad when he's doing something wrong. It's like you love your dad to pieces, you know you need to stop him, but there's still a part of you holding back because you don't want to hurt him.
Saying that though, we need some of that same pride behind them, kind of like look, you've just knocked the fucking chin off my son.
Yeah. Also the thing, because he obviously doesn't want to kill his race. That's why it's just like this is why I think why he decided to blow up the planet. Okay, let's just blow up the planet. Yeah, blow up the planet. He obviously destroyed like the sort of symbol of them. They'll back down. They'll back down. Then they'll back down. Then they obviously resolve this peacefully. But like no, it's like you just made it worse.
Do we have anything else left to say on Invincible?
Not till the next episode. There's a lot to say about the last episode. I can tell you that much.
I've not seen that one yet, but just one line. I thought it was really funny just beforehand where they're in the ship, and they're all going around the table, and it's showing Oliver and Zoe and Alan, and they're all talking about their last meal.
Oh yeah,
it was dead funny. And, they're all like, "Oh yeah, Burger Giant," and then it just goes to
Battle Beast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was just so fucking funny. I love him. It's like, yeah, nothing better than choking on my own blood as my favorite meal after a superior battle.
Yeah. Also, I was kind of disappointed with Battle Beast in this, like, because he in all the other fights we've seen him, like, he's fucking savage. It's like I feel like he just kind of gets like fucking pushed around in this fight.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he's at a disadvantage because obviously he has to use that piddly ass little jetpack.
Yeah.
Still,
because there was a part
like get them all on ground. They're all in space. They're a bit fucked again.
Well, that's the issue though. They couldn't get to the ground because they had like pissed Viltrumites all floating around them.
Mm.
And that one although that one Viltrumite did exit early because his P&G stopped.
Oh yeah, that was. I'm sorry. I'd heard about it beforehand, so maybe I wouldn't have noticed it if I didn't hear about it beforehand. But like, I can't unsee it now. It's just like it just pops off the screen.
I didn't see that. I don't know what you mean.
No. So there's a bit. When like Zoe, she like fires a rocket at one of them and like knocks them back. As it zooms out, you literally see the character. It just pops out of existence, just disappears.
Oh.
Yeah, like I said, like they deleted the PNG.
So with that out of the way, so we've got Daemons of the Shadow Realm and Rooster Fighter. Which one do you want to talk about first?
I would like to speak about Rooster Fighter just because I'll have to go soon.
All right, okay. Let me get my notes.
How
Because
much have we talked about it already?
We have spoken about it. I think we did the first 2 episodes because I was thinking we'll do episode 3 and 4 and then leave the next 2 for the next pod.
Cool. I can speak about 3 anyway.
So, yeah, what a wild show Rooster Fighter is. Like, honest to God, like I think I said this last time. I really like the intro. I hate how much I like the intro. I hate the fact there's a slutty chicken in it still, but I still like it.
That's why you're watching it, for a slutty chicken.
I'm trying to look at my notes because it's been that long since I've watched it. I can't remember, and I'm seeing.
He's trying to find his notes through all the pictures. He's trying to find all of his notes hidden underneath the barrage of slutty chicken pictures he has.
So many slutty cocks on his phone.
So much slutty cocks.
But no, I think it hits a lot of the like overly top very cheesy anime kind of moments, but just because the chickens and everything, it just makes it work. It's like, yeah, fuck it, let's just have a laugh and have fun with this.
Well, I'm sure there's a part in this episode where they're all like, because it suddenly dawned on me where they're all running around, and I'm like, you've got the voice of Endeavour running around doing chicken noises.
That's what I was about to say, because obviously I know I've not been in the last one, but yeah, I find it so funny that the guy who's doing the voice is like, all I can hear is Endeavour all the time, but apparently he's done so many more as well. You know,
he also voices Kenpachi in Thousand Year Blood War.
And Jiren as well, apparently. And someone called Harren from Fire Force. I don't know if you know who that one is, but yeah, it's all I can hear is Endeavour all the time.
Yeah, that's all I can hear when I'm watching this, and that's what makes it even funnier.
I need him to do Shoto.
I'm trying to remember, because as funny as it is, there's not a lot that goes on, especially like even in episode 3 and 4. But I know there's it's so funny because what was it? I'm sure this is the episode where like KG, the main rooster, it suddenly turns out that his animal instinct literally kicks in when he wants to shag something. And it's that king on a throne, and he's just got to immediately start humping.
I love it's like every single chicken that they come across falls deeply in love with him. He's like the Quagmire of chickens.
Oh yeah.
Now we need Endeavour to be sat there going giggity giggity giggity.
But he's literally just going around, isn't he? Just humping and dumping constantly.
Oh, the voice of Quagmire coming out of Kenpachi and Endeavour.
But one part I found funny was after the whole fight with Elizabeth, and then they decide to kind of go along with each other to find the white demon and all that.
Yeah.
She's showing them.
Sounds so racist.
The demons on. Yeah, it's the white one, the problem.
I laugh at the white devils, Colonel Sanders.
Sorry, go on.
Have you seen it when she pulls out the phone, though? She's showing different demons across the world.
Yeah.
And they just have to bring one up that's got 10 tits for some reason. What the fuck is this?
That's the thing I find with this show, because obviously it's a gag show, but at the same time it's oddly sexual.
I just love it. They're okay, we'll create some designs. We're never going to use them. We just need some designs for while they scroll through the phone. And don't worry, I got it. I got this.
I'm just going to say that outright. I had nothing to do with the show. Do not blame me. I had nothing to do with it.
They're definitely giving it to one of the side animators to be let Keith take care of this. It's don't worry, guys.
Let's find the sweatiest, greasiest bastard in this animation studio and just let him do these designs.
I love the fact that you've got this chicken just using a phone, because I
know.
There's a point in the next episode where she turns around and says, "Oh, it's so weird for a demon to be cunning and use plans." I'm like, "You're a chicken using an iPhone."
Who the fuck are you to talk?
It's the fact that she uses it to actually talk to humans, and it's I'm having a real is this a world that's like Ted, where everyone's just chickens do this?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, because they're obviously aware of the demons and all that shit. So I guess they're not that bothered. It's probably not that strange to them anymore.
Yeah, they probably.
I'm definitely thinking it's along the line. It's along the lines of, because the way some of them act, and with the evacuation orders, it's definitely one of those where friggin' the demons hit. Everyone's gone, "Oh right," and now talking chickens is just yeah, no, that checks out. I've had enough. A bit like round here, where I was just "Oh yeah, did you hear they slammed for the champ code? That he slammed for the nuclear codes?" And we're all "Yeah, that checks out." And he had a giant paddock.
How many times are you going to have moments where they're what the hell are those chickens doing? To the point where they're going to be right, let's actually cover this.
Yeah. There's a lot of romance and sort of chicken sex in this show. I'm not sure whether I'm watching Rooster Fight or a chicken version of Love Island.
Yeah,
it's very confusing.
Somebody misspelled it. It's not chicken fight, it's chicken fucker.
It's so funny because episode 4 starts and it's the little chick has been kidnapped, which I was well, moving on.
Yeah, I second that.
Oh dear, how sad. Never mind.
Oh well, Pyoko's gone. So you say the White Lives Matter demons in Tokyo. Let's go. But it's when it starts, because I think episode 4 doesn't do the opening. and it starts and it has the Rooster Fighter logo in the corner, and I was thinking like, yeah, because I'm going to get this confused for JJK. Thanks for that, guys.
Yeah.
That was really needed.
There's one in the corner, like it's like the Gemini logo or Sora AI.
I think there's a because they're talking to they end up talking to the cat, and I was so confused because like, can they read the cat's mind or is the cat talking? And then the cat started speaking. I'm like, I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Don't think too deep into it.
They're so funny because I'm sure there's a kid and I think I can't remember, but like there's a point where like this kid's like talking to the chicken, and I'm thinking like the kids must be like, you know what, maybe I should do drugs.
Also, I find it funny because they talk to the cat and like kind of reason with it, you know. And I was just thinking like, you know, realistically, the cat would just disembowel a lot of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in an ideal world, the demons aren't your threat; it's the cat.
No, that's for the third season twist.
So, do you have anything else more to say about Rooster Fighter?
To be honest with you, I'm kind of getting bored of it.
I am kind of.
Because
it was funny at first.
The gimmick's wearing off.
That's it. Because they're not really doing anything with it, and like especially like the last couple of episodes, they're just like, eh.
I feel like this is definitely going to be might be a drop episode, like one of the anime that we drop.
Yeah.
One of the first ones we drop on the pod, but we'll see because it does have comedic value. Shall we crack on with Daemons of the Shadow Realm then?
Yeah.
And many people, and if I recall, this is the one with the left and right demon. And I know so many people are cracking it out to one of those demons.
Yes.
Is it the left or the right one? Is it the left or the right one?
I'm going to go with left, and they are right too. Ironically. Haha.
They call it The Stranger.
There are 3 episodes out now, but I think we'll do like what we've done. We'll just talk about 1 and 2 for the moment. So, I was quite surprised because obviously it's done by the same person who does Full Metal Alchemist, the same author. So I was kind of looking forward to it because I liked Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I don't know if anybody else has watched it on this pod.
I have, yeah.
I read the entire manga.
I don't think you've ever watched it, have you, Lazy?
No.
I think you should because I think you'd
Yeah,
really enjoy it.
it's a really good watch, and it's a lot of people sort of tout it as like one of the best anime adaptations out there.
Yeah.
Well, specifically, let's go specifically with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood follows the entire story of the manga, whereas just Full Metal Alchemist follows the manga up to a point, fills in a bit more of their own filler, and then goes wildly divergent on their own ending.
Yeah, it basically did what Soul Eater did, but Brotherhood is vastly better.
But I was when this episode. So the episode starts with this woman giving birth. What made me laugh is his midwife is literally freaking out. This woman giving birth, and she's like, "You've got another one!" And I was like, and she's like, "Keep it in there." It's like, that's not how babies work. I was like, "Will you only build for one? Like, surely this would be overtime." And she's freaking out. And of course, it's apparently supposed to do with this oogly woogly world ending thing that there can't be these 2 twins. And then it jumps to 16 years in the future. And I suddenly started thinking, like, Jesus Christ, being 16 in Japan must be awful because that's when all these stories start. Everything we watch, it's always someone's 16th birthday.
It is always 16. You know, like, I'm just thinking of like I'm playing Persona 5, and your character is 16.
Yeah,
it's always
16. Why is it always 16?
Yeah,
because it's multiple to 4.
Nothing happened to me at 16 except that I left school and was in extension.
No,
red.
it's multiple to 4, because in Japanese counting, I think it's Ichi ni san. She standing close to Shin, which is also another one for death. So 4, multiple to 4, is death. It's unlucky. It's a very unlucky thing.
Stop dropping nerd knowledge. I was just being funny.
So it being 16 and terrible things happening, it's like, yeah, no, that's gonna be when it happens.
I had weirdest moment watching this because all I knew about this show going in was it was done by the Full Metal Alchemist author previously. So I had no idea what the story was going to be. And then you see the young lad, one of the young twins, hunting something. And then he hears a noise in the sky and he looks up and he sees these two trails in the sky. And he goes, oh, look, it's the dragons flying. And I immediately went, they're fucking planes. Yeah, they're fucking planes.
They're fucking planes.
Specifically, they are planes. They're not planes that are fucking in the sky. But, especially after talking about Rooster Fighter, we're gonna have to make that specification.
But I was like, I was under the assumption, that like, oh, this is gonna be some anime bullshit where it's dragons that fly together.
Anime bullshit. Cue anime every time.
And then the twist ends up being that like the village is under a Wakanda spell. And it gets broken. And it turns out, no, they were actually fucking planes. I could see the fucking future. I was like, I was joking.
That's it, because it's like, I didn't know anything about this sort of going in. And like, based on the cover, I thought just like, oh, it's just another fantasy series, but done by Full Metal Alchemist, author. It's like, but no, then it's like literally the first episode is like, oh no, this isn't a fantasy thing. It's set in the modern day. They're under attack by the military.
They're under attack by ICE. Like they suddenly get invaded. And it's like
this place is Venezuela. It has all the oil.
And I was like, I was so thrown by it because it's not what I was expecting. And then you had this blonde girl attack the village, and she starts going gobble gobble, and people start bursting into bloody packets of blood everywhere.
Yeah,
and
it feels like Red Riding Hood had a chain chomp for a pet.
Yeah, and then there's that girl with a mum, and the head just gets completely decapitated, and I'm like, holy shit, this is how villain arcs start.
Yeah, no, it's really quite a surprise for first episode, but I gotta admit, like it definitely draws you in.
Yeah.
With it.
I'm kind
of I was hooked after that first episode.
Because I want to know what the Daemons are. Because at the moment it feels like more fuckable Pokemon at the moment.
Yeah, it's it bugs me when they call them Daemons. Just say demons. Just say fucking demons.
No, because Daemons are different to demons.
I know it's supposed to be a different thing, but it sounds so similar to demons that I'm just like, because you're literally just putting an A in front of the E. It's the same way. It's
triggering the grammar specific part of the brain where you're gonna be like, I no. This is not how you say it right.
Because I just found it easy. I found it easy to call it Demons of the Shadow Realm. I know it's Daemons of the Shadow Realm, but it's just like, ugh.
It's so funny because there's a bit in it where all this shit's going on, and there's this guy who's trying to help the main character Yura get out, and he turns around and says, "What's going on?" And he says, "Oh, there's no time to explain." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm with Yura. Please, somebody explain, because I have a metric ton of what the fuck I need answering." It's so crazy because going into episode 2 it's just there's a lot that doesn't get answered. We're kind of with the main character because he thought his sister was locked up in this cage, and it turns out no, she wasn't. It turns out no, she's on the outside and she's fully grown and she's trying to rescue him. And there's a lot of unanswered questions at the moment. But so far, I like the two Daemons that he has, his two guardians, one more than the other. I'm sorry, the big tall female Daemon is tasty as fuck.
Oh, yes. I was a rich man.
She could quite I could quite happily let her defend me all day.
I know I would piss her off and she would bend me into a pretzel, but I would be the happiest pretzel alive. And yes, while I may not have seen the anime, and I have seen the clips, I did read the chapters when they first came out, and then suddenly they were put onto a different branch, and I couldn't read it anymore. And I was like, damn it.
The sister Asura's kind of nice as well.
Mm.
But I always find it funny that like there's a part where Yura and this guy are running, and I always think running in anime is always dead funny because they never run out of breath, and they can always run at about 30 miles per hour. At a full
and they
pace
can hold
as well.
and they can hold a full conversation.
Full conversation, yeah, with jumping and avoiding stuff as well.
And they can hear each other no matter the distance, no matter what branch, tree, building, weapon, explosion, mathematical equation, seventh dimension, shit happening. They're just, I understand perfectly.
I think, to be honest, has anybody got anything else left to say on Daemons of the Shadow Realm? Because I think we're running out of time now.
Keep watching it.
Yeah, because obviously we like said for the episode in, but like episode 2 and 3, not a lot really sort of goes on. Yeah, it's like you have Yura leaves and find out more about the modern world. But that's basically it. It's basically just 2 episodes of that about him going oohing and ahhing, at petrol stations and all this, that, and the other. And it's just like oh yeah, okay, yeah, fine. One episode of this I could have understood, but like, can we move on now? Can we get to the meat of this? Because like otherwise, if we have another episode of this, then it's going to start losing me.
No, like I said, they're not really explaining anything at the moment.
But I feel like it's one of those. It's a character problem because obviously they've set up a really interesting premise. This kid doesn't know anything about the modern world, and then now we're about to hit a point where it's like, oh, he's introduced to the modern world, so now we have to have a bit where this kid gets explained the modern world, and we have the whole sort of interesting perspective of what a certain character in this medieval time would think of modern world stuff. But then also, let's have how do demons in this world work in the modern day?
Yeah, because there is a bit. It's like it's in episode 3 that I did find quite interesting. You see like one of these other Daemon users, and he's like he uses it to get rid of this woman's stalker.
The angle
that was interesting. I'm interested to see more stuff like that. Not just the guy fawning over rice. Was it was it onigiri and how does a car work?
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get more into that next pod. So
who knows? Maybe I'll have caught up.
What was it? I don't think we need to. I think I'm gonna say Invincible's kind of mid. Was it Daemon of the Shadow Realm's kind of mid as well? And of course,
mid with potential. Mid with potential. Let's go with that.
Potential
mid with
at the moment. And Rooster Fighter's trash for the moment, as it will continue to be. I don't think anybody disagrees.
Trash.
I don't think anybody disagrees with that, do they?
Yeah.
So, with that said, sorry, we're going to have to cut this short, but we will catch you guys on the next one. Hope you all have a nice week, and we will see you then. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye now.
Goodbye to everybody.